Sean and Antt. Getting to Xander. See,
Man.
Yes, it inevitably turned into a dull fight. And so did the Teixeira fight, the last fight, right? But I liked what I saw. I kind of liked a lot of what I saw from Xander Zayas in this
Dominated.
My thing was I was fed up by that.
Okay. Okay.
Oh
man.
And you know me, I'm always, when he start doing his rock, I start doing my rock. And I'm like, yeah, man. I was like, turn this up, baby. And then after 3 rounds, I was like, this is some bullshit. But styles make fights, you know what I mean? Like I said, I get it, man. Everybody had some customers in front of them. Now I wouldn't say rough customers, but everybody had a customer in front of them, and
he dominated every round. Go ahead.
Yeah.
And he made Sosa do what Teixeira did. These are guys that pretty early on in the fight kind of stopped trying to win the fight, and if anything, they're just hoping to have a Kid Kansas moment, like what happened to Alan Garcia a week ago. Maybe this kid gets overzealous, overconfident, and I catch him with one. But they essentially give up on trying to win rounds, and they either, fight to get to the finish line or have that, like what happened to Alan Garcia, catch the kid sleeping with one big shot. But one thing I really liked about Xander's performance is he was doing basically most of the things that we were talking about with Shu, which is, Bruce, he's not getting off with the jab. He's not doubling it up. He's not feinting. He's not, trying to set up so that once he forces this dude to open up, then he could get him in between shots. And Xander tried to do exactly that, but he handcuffed Damian Sosa. He thought he was going to get this guy coming forward from Mexico trying to take his head off. And the dude got handcuffed early on because Xander, his skills are elevating. The problem for Xander is, like, he doesn't have that heavy left hook like Cotto had that jumped off the screen at his age. He doesn't have the two-fisted, just ridiculous power that Trinidad had that just jumps off the screen. But he is developing a very good skill set and IQ. He's a smart fighter. And defensively, the things that may not sizzle, is what's getting better right now. His defense, and he doubled up the jab, set it up, feint, moved his head. Sosa just wouldn't give him anything to throw. So he dominated round after round. Could he have maybe incorporated the right hand better? He was falling in love with that double left hook. He wanted to get that off very bad. The double left hook to the head and the body. A few times late in the fight, he buzzed Sosa with the right hand. So, there's little things to take from each fight at this stage that you can incorporate and get better at. But look, Xander may not, and I actually think he does have power, but he's not fighting guys who are trying to win that much the last 2 fights. So he's not getting a chance to show that power. I suspect his power is good. It may not be Miguel Cotto young power, Trinidad power, but I think he's got some power, and his skills and his temperament are coming along very well. There's a lot of people who aren't sold on him yet. And I actually saw a lot of things Saturday night that makes me think, or Friday night, that he can definitely compete with a Virgil Ortiz or someone like that sooner than people think.
So, Absolutely. 100%. I'm going to address the people that's not sold on Xander. I'll start by saying, I get it. When people are throwing it in your face, sometimes you like, all right, it's too much. Let him show, let him prove, all those kinds of things. The kid will get there. I mark my words. This kid will get there. Shushu will get there. I hope Tiger gets there. At the moment, I can't guarantee that Tiger is going to get there. I know that you can position him and move him and get him there, but I can't just fly out and say it don't matter how you move him, he gonna get there. Shushu, Xander, those guys are going to get there. They are just it. Go ahead.
Shushu and Xander, you're saying going to fight they way in a position with Tiger. 100%. The business might have to help him more.
I got it. I just haven't seen.
Okay.
The kid is talented, very athletic. I don't know what the disconnect is that's holding him back. Okay. I like I said, and I don't want to harp on it, but the fact that he fights on the back foot a little bit more than I feel he needs to, should. And I don't think he controls the fight. Shushu controls the fight. Xander controls the fight. And they've been doing it for how long? We've seen the ladder of Delonte more consistently than anything. We have seen him control fights, but we've seen him have moments where it's like, or majority of his last few fights where it's been like, it's just both these guys are running at the same speed, and it's like you're supposed to be ahead of these guys. Shushu and Xander, they clearly show that they're ahead of the competition in the ring when they're in the ring.
I don't know about you guys, but I'm ready for Xander to fight a name, and I got a name.
I know you got a name. Talk to me.
Lubin.
Ooh, oh, that's a name.
It's a hard night. He's not a pushover. He gonna get everything out of you.
I ain't mad at that.
So sometimes as long as Lubin shows up,
yeah,
we're gonna get a hard night from the Hammer?
Yeah.
How you like that, Zittel? Lubin versus Xander
matchup for Xander. He hasn't seen. He's fought guys like Teixeira who've won a belt that will keep you on the outside and box you, but he hasn't seen a guy like Lubin yet. I suspect Xander would overcome it with his youth and tenacity at some point, and Lubin's been in some tough fights, and that could catch up with him down the stretch of a fight. But he could also box Xander's ears off for portions of that fight because he hasn't faced someone like Lubin with his boxing ability and athleticism. But I would still give the edge to Xander. I love the Virgil fight. Xander, on my channel, did call out Virgil for next June, like Puerto Rican Day Parade. That's not going to happen. Like it's like 99% chance top ranking are not going to do that. But I love that fight. I love Xander and Virgil.
You love Xander and Virgil more than you love Xander and Lubin. Because I feel like, and I don't want to take things from Lubin, but I feel like that's both these guys starting at the starting line together. And my estimation, 300 meters in, you know what I mean, approaching that backside, Xander starts to just kind of take off and take over and leave Lubin, there. I see that fight being a decision win for Xander, but I think that that's more of a building fight for him to get in the ring with Virgil. I think that that's true competition, not just somebody who's durable. And that's one thing matchmakers are always looking for. Let me find somebody that can take him some rounds. Okay, he's taking them rounds, but is he competing with them? Is he challenging him? Is he giving them different looks and different things to think about and all those kinds of things? Lubin does all that, but I don't think he beats Xander, and I think that that's the building fight that he would need to get.
Lubin would actually show up to win and believe he's going to win, unlike Damian Sosa or Patrick Teixeira.
Yeah. And then with Virgil, you got somebody that throws 100% power with both hands.
That's what I want to see. That's the real Mexico Puerto Rico. Well, they're Virgil's from Texas, but that's the real Mexican Puerto Rican war that people thought they could get in Canelo Brenagh. Most people didn't think they were going to get that they were sold with Canelo Brenagh.
So I think that maybe one more, like you just said, that fight more than likely doesn't happen, won't happen, at least in the next year or two, if ever, or whatever the case may be. But I like Lubin first and then Virgil second.
Yeah, that's smart.
Yeah.
Good call.
Let's make the fights. Yeah, let's make the fights, man. Let's make the fight. Somebody hire me, bro. I ain't doing nothing. I can matchmake you.
He said, I ain't doing that.
I respect the underrated boxing IQ of my man Antt with two T's. The underrated and ever ascending boxing IQ.
Oh, yeah.